Hi guys, it's Kasia. I'm back. I have a word for you guys. I've been holding on to this word since January 20th, and God just keeps putting the word that He's given to me on my heart. Like, He's not telling me to do this video, but it's almost like He's putting like an impression on me, like I need to share this. Like, He just keeps reminding me of this word, and I know it's for somebody else. A few people, actually more than a few people. I did get that. Like, I knew if I did share this, it would help other people a lot. And this is something that's been talked about. I've seen videos on this subject, and I guess I'll just give you like the backstory. Like, okay, January 20th, that day, I was reading my Bible, and I started reading Jeremiah. I started with chapter 1, obviously. I'm just like reading, you know, stuff that I've read before. And then all of a sudden, I look at the footnotes. My Bible has like little footnotes, you know, that helps explain, you know, different verses better so you would understand. And then as soon as I look down, well, before I say this, I've been seeing the numbers 33. Like, I know the number 33 means promise. You know, I've been seeing the numbers 88, which is double portion. I've been seeing the numbers 44, 55 at different times. Not as much as the numbers 33 and 88 lately. Those are the numbers. Oh, and then 222 or 22 or 333. Like, you know, numbers like that. And like, I know what those numbers mean, and yes, I've seen videos on those numbers. So, but anyways, and also like 1111, you know, 111, stuff like that. But anyways, I looked down at the footnote, and one of the footnotes that goes more into details was Jeremiah 1 verse 11. So 111. As soon as I looked at that, it was like boom, the light bulb went off, and I was like, okay, God, what are you doing? I'm like, I know you were doing something. And like, I'm just gonna read it. Sorry, I'm a little over the place because I had to pray to God how to deliver this, because I'm not even sure, but I'm just going with what God is telling me and how to say it and stuff like that, you know. Okay, anyways, but Jeremiah 1:11, it says, I brought my Bible in the car. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Jeremiah, what do you see? And I said, I see a branch of an almond tree. Now in the footnote, the part that I was actually reading that caught my attention, it says, you know, in a Hebraic play on words, almond, and it gives like the Hebrew name of how to say almond. It means I am ready. And then it also says that well, the Hebrew word for almond is, forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, shaked. And then it also says shaked is similar to shaked, and shaked means watching. So I continued reading, and it says that they're similar. And then it goes on to say that the almond was the first tree to awaken to life in the spring, signifying that God is awake, watching over His word to bring it to pass. Now, God's been like downloading different things to me on this word, and everything's kind of just, you know, coming together. All the pieces are coming together. But like, this has to do with the promises, and I know this is not the first video about, you know, God bringing your promises to pass. I've heard it, that yes, your promises are coming, the suddenlies, breakthroughs, and all that. I keep hearing and seeing videos on that, you know. And like, oh, and the number 222, not 222, the number 22, it means like revelation. God wants to give you revelation of something. So I was seeing that around January 20th, along with 33 and 88. And I'm like, okay, God, what are you saying to me? Like, I know you're up to something. Like, I was just like, he kept like giving me little hints here and there, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, I know you're being slick and sneaky. Like, that's how I talk to God. But basically, yeah, this word has to do with your promises. And I know I've seen videos about your promises are coming, you know. But like, it's like you hear it so much that it's almost like you don't receive it. It's like I knew, but it's like it wasn't sinking in with me. So it's like when God pointed this out to me, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's really gonna happen. And it was just like that. Obviously, he gave me revelation. It was that revelation aha moment, you know. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's really gonna happen. And then he kept saying to me, like, during that week, I remember, like, the song, your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness. Like, he brought that song back to me, like, as I was reading, you know, this. And I'm like, yes, your promise still stands, even though it doesn't look like things are going the way I want it, or I'm not seeing how there's a way that the promise that God gave to me is ever gonna happen. He was reminding me that your promise still stands. Like, he's God, your promise still stands. And it's like, yes, I'm waiting and stuff like that. I've been actually waiting. I don't know if I'm allowed to release this. It was a dream that I had 2 years ago, August 22nd. I actually have it right here. I don't know if God wants me to release this. I know I have to release it, but eventually, because I know he does want me to give a testimony about it. Where is it? Yeah, August 22nd, 2018. I don't know if you can see it. You see it? Yeah, it's right there. I've been standing on this promise, praying, you know, and I can't say too much because I'm not allowed to right now at this moment. But I'm still waiting for my promise. And God's telling me, your promise still stands no matter what it looks like, no matter what happens, no matter what I think, no matter what the devil tries to put in my head, saying like, it's not going to happen. Haha, you look dumb, you look stupid, you know, for thinking this and that. No, the promise still stands. My promise still stands. Your promise still stands. And yeah, and Jeremiah 1:11's talking about the almond tree, and God's awake, and his word doesn't come back void. So when God tells you something, that he's going to do something, and it might seem like it's a long time, God's saying, I'm watching over my word to bring it to pass. Your promise. God spoke that word over you, and he's going to bring it to pass. He's watching over it. It might not be the right time. You have to have faith and trust God and believe and keep walking with him and learning and growing, and let him work on you and develop you and mature you. Like, he's been raising me up all of 2020 and stuff like that. Sorry, I got notifications. Like, he's still working on me, but right now, he wants me to rest. That's what I have to do right now. I have to rest and wait on him, because God works. God's timing's not my timing. Everything happens. Everything has a divine order and a divine timing. And he's just reminding me, and I'm reminding you guys, and trying to encourage you guys, that your promise still stands no matter how long it takes. It's hard. Oh, trust me, it's very hard. But we have God, and it's a daily thing. I have to take this day by day sometimes, and sometimes I'm just like, I'm fed up, like, how much longer, you know? But I trust God, and I take it day by day, and you literally have to. But I don't know if he wants me to say this dream. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say the dream, but eventually I will when I get more clarity. But it is from 3 years ago, August 22nd, 2018. I've only shared this dream with a couple of people. Only a few people know about this dream. And it's a promise. It's a very big promise. I can't really say too much about it, but until the right timing. But your promise still stands, just like mine does. I'm still waiting. It's been 3 years and I'm still waiting. Yes, I've been through my ups and downs, you know. I've been in my emotions. The devil's definitely attacked my mind and my emotions, and I've been on the roller coaster, and I've given everything. I surrendered everything to God, and now he just wants me to rest and just spend time with him, get in his word, and I have to wait for it to happen. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen for me. It's going to happen for you. When God says something, he's going to do it, and he's going to make sure it happens. Don't worry about the timing, because that's when, you know, that's how we allow the enemy to come in and put thoughts in, is by worrying and making, you know, your promise an idol instead of focusing on God and trusting in him. But the promise still stands. God's watching over his word to bring it to pass. And that's the word that I've got to share with you guys. And I don't know, did I miss anything? I really don't know if I should say this dream, because there's like other things that I want to say, but I'm not sure. I need to get more clarity. I don't want to be disobedient. I don't want to get ahead of God either. But I'll definitely gonna make another video if God tells me to, about, you know, my promise that I've been praying for 3 years. 3 years, guys. 365 days, 3 times. Well, almost. But it's gonna happen. Whether you look dumb believing it, I rather look dumb for believing God and what he said than, you know, going with the flow, going with what other people say and think, because other people don't know God's plan for your life. They don't understand what God has for you, because it wasn't meant for them. It wasn't meant for them. Just like your gifts and your talents. Like, not everybody has the same gifts and talents that God has given you. And I don't know why I'm going off in this direction, but this is where God's leading me. I don't know if somebody needs to hear this, but it doesn't, like, not everybody's going to understand, and that's okay, because it's not for them, it's for you. So you got to keep focusing, and I'm actually saying this for myself too. You got to keep focusing on God. Look to God's eyes. Don't worry about distractions. Don't get distracted, you know, because the devil comes in very sneaky. Comes in through people that, you know, you love, you care about, and he will use them to get to you, to hurt you, to say things, to try to get you to believe, you know, to try to get you to second guess what God has told you, you know, to steer you off. He's trying everything he can, because guess what? It's going to happen. Your promise is going to happen, and the devil is scared. He's mad. He's trying to whip up everything in the book that he can to get you to not believe in what God has told you, what God has promised you. But God is watching out. Hold on, I gotta read what it says. God is watching over his word to bring it to pass for you. He's going to bring it to pass for you. He's watching over you. He's watching over his word. His word does not come back void. Just keep seeking him. Trust him. Have faith. And yes, it's a struggle at times. But you got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it. It's a daily thing. Sometimes it's a minute thing for me. Like, sometimes I'll have moments and I'm just like, like I'm a thinker. I think a lot. So it's like, sometimes the devil be attacking my mind and it's like, nope, and then you get in a bad mood and blah, 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 blah. But nope, you can't let that happen. You got to rebuke the devil as soon as it happens. You got to catch him. Don't let him plant those seeds of doubt, you know. You got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Got to keep going. Yeah, what's that thing, Nemo? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And, it's really pretty outside. Sorry, not to get off topic, but my car is getting covered in snow. It's a snowstorm, guys. And something fell on my car. Probably some snow and ice. But keep trusting and believing. Oh, there's so much. I'm not sure if he wants me to say it right now. There's so much that I want to say, but about this promise, and like everything's just coming together. All I have to do is wait. I'm waiting on God right now. I'm resting in God, because when you rest, when you get in God's presence, he gives you rest. He gives you strength to keep moving. He gives you enough strength for that day, and you go back and you get more strength for the next day. You got to keep doing it, because then you get drained. There's days where I've been drained, I've been falling asleep, you know. There's just different things that the devil will try to use. Like, he uses people, like, lately he's been, the enemy has been attacking my backbone to stand. And God did tell me that. He gave me a dream about that. And, you know, you just got to get in the presence of God, because God renews your strength. Oh, I can't think of that verse where it talks about God renews your strength, gives you wings like eagles to soar, like you'll run and not grow weary. And, you know, something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what it says at this moment. But when you get in God's presence, everything fades away. All the distractions, all the pain, the hurt, the worry, the cares. He will renew your strength, renew your mind, transform your mind, get you back on track, get you refocused, refreshed, energized. Like, I have to do that daily, sometimes multiple times a day when I have time. But definitely when the time that I spend with God, he works on me. But keep believing, keep trusting, keep having faith. Faith in God. Keep trusting God, because his word does not come back void, and he's watching over his word, and he will bring your promise to pass. He will bring that thing that he promised you, his word that he promised you, to pass. It doesn't matter what that promise is. I can't tell you what that promise is for me at this moment. It's not the right timing, but I will when God releases me to. Piece by piece. But be blessed, stay safe, because the snow is coming down. I don't know where you are, but in Massachusetts, in New Bedford, I don't know if it's all of Massachusetts, but I know in the New Bedford area, it's snowing. It's a snowstorm. I don't think it's that bad, but it's coming down. It's coming down. But be blessed, stay safe, be encouraged. I hope this word encouraged you and helped you. And have a nice day, have a nice night. I don't know where you guys are or watching from, but I will see you guys next time. Bye.